Every word you speak, every image you hold, every belief you cultivate is a command to the unseen forces that shape your life. The universe is not deaf, it is responsive. It is a great echo chamber, reflecting back to you exactly what you announce with conviction. When you speak in hesitation, life hesitates. When you speak with certainty, life rushes to obey. The invisible substance of creation rearranges itself at the sound of your declaration. Today you stand at the threshold of power. You have the ability to decree a thing and see it established. The key is to speak as though it is already done. Say it once, and then stand unmoved. The universe loves decisiveness. It loves clarity. It loves a mind that knows its own word is law. This is how you force the universe to say yes. Not by pleading, not by begging, but by proclaiming and expecting rapid results. Begin by sweeping your mind clean of doubt. Doubt is the only real obstacle. Fear is the only false god. When you catch yourself worrying, replace it with a statement of absolute assurance. This is mine now. It is done. The way is clear. Speak these words as a king or queen giving orders to loyal subjects. The unseen forces must obey, because they are your silent servants. Next, see your desire as already fulfilled. Build the picture in your imagination so vividly that it feels like memory. The moment you feel it as already yours, the universe rearranges the chessboard of circumstances. New people appear. Old obstacles dissolve. Paths light up where none existed before. This is not coincidence. It is law. You are compelling the substance of life to take shape according to your mental mold. When appearances contradict your word, hold even firmer. Appearances are shadows, your decree is substance. The seed you planted is already sprouting beneath the soil. Do not dig it up with doubt. Do not cancel your order with fearful speech. Keep declaring, keep imagining, keep thinking as though it is done. This is the posture that forces the universe to say yes. Speak your word with precision. Avoid idle words, for every word is a seed. Do not say what you do not wish to grow. Train your tongue to utter only life, abundance, and success. The universe takes everything literally. Speak wealth and wealth begins to form. Speak health and health begins to quicken. Speak love and love begins to magnetize. This is rapid manifestation, because you are aligning with the law of command, not the law of chance. Remember, gratitude multiplies power. Thank the unseen before it shows itself. Gratitude is the signal of ownership. When you give thanks in advance, you mark your desire as complete and in your possession. The universe can do nothing but rush to deliver what you already claim. To force the universe to say yes is to live as though yes is the only possible answer. To expect rapid results is to speak your word once and then act as though it is inevitable. To embody the vibration of certainty is to summon the very resources of creation. Stand tall, speak boldly, command lovingly, and watch as the invisible becomes visible, the delayed becomes instant, and the impossible becomes your new normal. Speak with unwavering authority, and recognize that your word is law to the universe, because every vibration of sound, every thought, every emotional impulse carries a charge of creative power that moves through the unseen field and begins to take shape in the visible world. The moment you open your mouth with intention, you are sending out a decree, not merely making a statement. And the decree goes forth like a seed planted in fertile soil, drawing to itself all the elements required for its own fulfillment. This is not about shouting or pushing or forcing in the human sense. It is about an inner stance of certainty, an unshakable knowing that what you speak must materialize, because you are aligned with the creative principle itself. When you speak with unwavering authority, you become the vessel of the infinite will, and your words act as commands to the invisible servants of life, directing them to arrange, rearrange, and shape the conditions around you to reflect the tone and content of your speech. You must train yourself to speak not as one hoping but as one knowing. This requires practice because the world you see with your physical eyes may be giving you evidence to the contrary. Yet the creative power of your word does not depend on appearances. It depends on your conviction. Imagine a king or queen seated on a throne issuing a decree to loyal subjects. The ruler does not plead or negotiate with the subjects. They simply give the order, confident it will be executed. Likewise, when you speak with unwavering authority, you are not pleading with the universe, you are commanding it, because the universe is fundamentally responsive to the power of your consciousness. You can begin this practice with small things, shaping your speech about the most ordinary circumstances until it becomes second nature to issue your word with calm, steady power. The tone of your voice, the posture of your body, the feeling behind your words all matter. Speak slowly, clearly, and with deep feeling. Avoid desperation, for desperation signals doubt. Speak instead with quiet power, with the same certainty you feel when you state your own name. This certainty is magnetic. It draws situations, people, and opportunities that match your decree. When you say, "I now attract my perfect opportunity," or "I now live in financial freedom," speak it as though it were already etched into reality. Your unwavering authority transmits an energetic signature into the field, and the field responds. Your subconscious mind also plays a role, because it is the gateway between your conscious thoughts and the universal creative medium. When you impress your subconscious with a statement spoken in authority and feeling, the subconscious accepts it as truth and immediately begins working to express it. It influences your actions, your perceptions, and your vibration, all of which shift the outer world in ways you may not consciously realize. Therefore, every time you speak with unwavering authority, you are not only directing universal energy, but also programming your own inner mechanisms to move in harmony with that decree. This alignment between inner and outer amplifies your results. To maintain this level of authority, you must monitor your self-talk. The words you whisper to yourself when no one is listening are as powerful as the public declarations you make. If you speak prosperity but silently think scarcity, you send mixed signals to the creative field. Begin by cleansing your language of casual self-negation. Stop saying, "I can't," "I don't," "I never," and replace them with strong affirmative statements such as, "I can," "I do," "I always." This discipline builds your inner authority so that when you make a decree, it resonates without contradiction. It is also essential to anchor your authority in faith rather than force. Faith is calm, force is frantic. Faith knows the result is inevitable, force doubts and struggles. When you feel yourself slipping into tension or doubt, pause, breathe deeply, and recall that the power behind your word is infinite. Realign yourself with this infinite source, and then speak again from that place of serenity and conviction. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes, until you can speak a single sentence and watch conditions bend to it. Visualization can enhance the authority of your speech. Before you speak, see yourself standing tall, radiating light, your words like golden threads weaving reality. See the universe itself leaning forward to catch your decree, rushing to fulfill it. This mental rehearsal builds a vibrational pathway that makes your physical words more potent. Combine the image with the feeling of power and certainty. Speak, and then feel the ripple moving outward. Know that as soon as you have spoken, forces you cannot see are already rearranging themselves to make it true. In daily life, you can weave this practice into everything you do. When you wake up, speak your day into existence with authority. When you face a challenge, speak the solution with authority. When you desire a shift, proclaim it with authority. Over time, your nervous system and your subconscious will come to recognize that your word is not idle but active, and it will support your declarations with unwavering faith. This is how the outer world begins to match your inner stance more and more quickly, producing what seems like rapid or even miraculous results. A key to maintaining unwavering authority is detachment from how or when your decree will be fulfilled. Speak your word as law, then release it, knowing it is handled. Just as a ruler does not follow the messenger to ensure the decree is delivered, you do not need to monitor the universe to see if it is obeying you. Your task is only to issue the decree and hold the inner certainty. This detachment accelerates manifestation because it signals trust. Trust tells the creative field that the order has been accepted and fulfilled. Finally, remember that unwavering authority is not arrogance but alignment. You are not forcing your will on others. You are aligning your spoken word with the divine law of creation, which is always eager to express through you. When you speak as though your word is law, you are stepping into your rightful position as a conscious co-creator with the infinite. This is not only your privilege but your natural state. By reclaiming it, you allow life to flow through you more powerfully, more harmoniously, and more abundantly than ever before. Visualize your desire as already fulfilled, and feel it as real now, because the unseen substance of life responds not to your wishes, but to your conviction and your inner picture. The images you hold in your mind are blueprints for the conditions you will meet in the world, and the emotional charge you attach to them is the power that animates those blueprints into living experience. When you create a vivid picture of what you want and infuse it with strong feeling, you are impressing the universal creative medium with a pattern that must outpicture itself in the visible world. This is not fantasy or idle daydreaming. It is deliberate creation through the faculty of imagination, which is one of your greatest tools. To visualize your desire as already fulfilled is to declare to the universe, "This is who I am, this is what I possess. This is the state of being I occupy." And the universe must echo back the outer equivalent of your inner reality. Begin by quieting your mind and closing your eyes. Allow your breathing to slow, and relax your body until you feel a sense of stillness. In this receptive state, bring to mind the thing you desire. It could be a circumstance, a sum of money, a relationship, an opportunity, a state of health, a sense of peace. See it as though it is already present. See yourself interacting with it. Notice the colors, the textures, the details. Build the scene with patience and attention. The clearer you make it, the more easily your subconscious accepts it as real. Once your subconscious accepts it, it begins working with the universal law to bring it about now. Add feeling. Feeling is the electricity that powers the image. Without feeling, visualization is like a photograph left in a drawer. With feeling, it becomes a living seed bursting with potential. Ask yourself, if this were true now, how would I feel? And then generate that feeling in your body. Let gratitude, joy, confidence, and excitement flow through you. The universe does not distinguish between the feeling of an event that is imagined and one that is physically experienced. It responds to the vibrational frequency you are broadcasting. By feeling your desire as real now, you tune yourself to the frequency of its manifestation and it begins to flow toward you. To strengthen your visualization, engage all your senses. Hear the sounds associated with your fulfilled desire. Smell the scents. Taste the flavors. Feel the textures beneath your fingertips. Walk through the scene in your mind like an actor rehearsing a role. The more sensory detail you add, the more convincing it becomes to your subconscious. As it becomes more convincing, your beliefs shift. As your beliefs shift, your actions, perceptions, and energy align with the new reality, drawing matching conditions from the world around you. Practice visualization daily, ideally at the same time so that your mind develops a rhythm. Early morning and just before sleep are especially powerful times, because your conscious mind is relaxed, and your subconscious is more accessible. These are the moments when your images imprint most deeply. Consistency matters because each session reinforces the pattern until it becomes dominant. When the pattern becomes dominant, outer circumstances must conform. This is the law of mind in action. Each time you visualize, act as though you are visiting a place you already own, not a place you are hoping to reach. Ownership in consciousness precedes ownership in form. It is also helpful to combine affirmations with visualization. As you see your desire fulfilled, speak words that match the image. If you are visualizing financial abundance, say, "I am financially free now," or "Money flows to me easily and constantly." If you are visualizing radiant health, say, "Every cell of my body is vibrant and strong." By pairing the spoken word with the mental picture, you reinforce the idea on multiple levels of your being. The words plant the seed, the picture nourishes it, the feeling waters it. Together they produce a harvest. When doubts arise, and they will because your old beliefs may resist the new pattern, do not fight them. Instead, calmly return to your image. Treat your visualization like a sanctuary you can enter at any time. Each time you return, it becomes easier to enter the feeling of fulfillment. Over time, the new image gains more emotional weight than the old belief, and the old belief fades. This is how you transform your inner landscape. As your inner landscape changes, your outer experience shifts automatically. You do not have to force the change. It flows naturally from the new state of consciousness. Remember that visualization is not limited to sitting with your eyes closed. You can carry the feeling of your fulfilled desire throughout the day. You can walk as though your desire is already realized. Speak as though it is already yours. Make decisions as though it is already established. This sustained alignment between your inner image and your outer behavior creates a magnetic field that accelerates manifestation. Life begins to reorganize itself around your new identity. People, opportunities, and resources appear as if by chance, but in truth they are drawn by your new vibration. Gratitude amplifies the effect. When you give thanks for something as though it already exists, you seal the image with a powerful signal of completion. Gratitude says to the universe, "This is done." It shifts you from wanting into having, from longing into owning. This shift is essential, because the creative law brings you what you are, not what you wish for. By embodying gratitude now, you move into the frequency of fulfillment, and fulfillment rushes to meet you. Make your visualization playful and enjoyable rather than tense or strained. The more you enjoy it, the more effective it becomes. Approach it as a child approaches an imaginative game, fully absorbed and believing. The child playing house does not think, "I am pretending." The child simply is. You can reclaim this ability to immerse yourself in an inner world until it becomes more real than the outer one. This immersion is not escapism, it is creation. When the inner becomes more real than the outer reshapes itself to match the inner. Finally, recognize that visualization is a dialogue with the infinite mind. Each image you form is a message sent out. Each impulse you feel is a reply coming back. Trust this process. Trust that unseen forces are moving in response to your inner pictures. Trust that your desire fulfilled already exists in potential, and that your visualization is simply tuning you to it. With each session, you are building a bridge of consciousness between the unseen and the seen. And through that bridge your desired condition walks into your life. This is the art of living from the end, of making the invisible visible, of allowing the creative power of the universe to mold itself into the pattern you had supplied through your vision, and your feeling. Eliminate doubt, and replace fear with affirmations of certainty, because doubt is the great disruptor of the creative process, and fear is the false image that blocks the flow of universal supply. Every time you allow doubt to take root, you send a mixed signal into the invisible field, and the field hesitates or scatters its energy. When you release doubt, you free the power of your spoken word to work without obstruction. The universe does not respond to what you say once. It responds to the vibration you maintain. If you maintain a vibration of certainty, your word becomes law and circumstances bend to it. The first step to eliminating doubt is to become aware of its presence. Listen to the quiet voice in your mind that questions, delays, or contradicts your desire. Notice the phrases you speak automatically. Whenever you find yourself saying, "I hope," "maybe," "I'm not sure," you are watering doubt. Awareness gives you the power to change the script. Once you notice doubt, refuse to argue with it. Instead, replace it immediately with an affirmation of certainty. If you think, "I can't afford this," declare, "I am provided for in every way now." If you think, "This never works for me," affirm, "Everything always works for me in perfect timing." This substitution process retrains your mind. At first it may feel forced, but with repetition it becomes automatic. You are teaching your subconscious to accept certainty as its default state. The subconscious mind is like fertile soil. Whatever seed you plant will grow. Plant the seed of certainty over and over until it chokes out the weeds of doubt. This is how you take dominion over your inner world, and direct the outer. Fear is another form of doubt, clothed in emotion. Fear is faith in the negative. It imagines a future outcome and believes it will come true. To dissolve fear, you do not fight it, but you reverse its energy. The same power you are using to fear can be used to affirm. When you feel fear rising, pause, breathe, and consciously pivot to a positive image or statement. See the opposite outcome. Declare the opposite truth. Over time, your nervous system learns that you are safe, supported, and guided. As your internal state shifts from fear to certainty, the outer circumstances rearrange to reflect your new vibration. People appear to help you. Paths open. The impossible becomes possible. Affirmations of certainty work best when they are spoken with feeling and repetition. Feeling is the signal, repetition is the reinforcement. Write your affirmations on paper, speak them aloud, record them and listen to them. Carry them with you. Place them where you can see them. Each time you repeat an affirmation, you are carving a groove of certainty into your consciousness. The deeper the groove, the stronger the flow. Eventually the affirmation becomes your natural thought, and you no longer have to repeat it consciously. It has become your belief. Belief is what manifests. Affirmations are the bridge from old belief to new belief. Another way to eliminate doubt is to act as though your desire is already fulfilled. Action anchored in certainty erases hesitation. When you act from the end state, you train your mind and body to accept that state as normal. This could mean preparing the way for what you want, dressing the part, speaking the part, making small moves consistent with your desired reality. These acts send a powerful message to your subconscious and to the universe. I am serious. This is real. Life responds to that conviction by matching your energy with corresponding events. Doubt cannot live in the same space as decisive action. The company you keep also influences your level of certainty. Surround yourself with voices that affirm possibility rather than voices that echo fear. Limit exposure to news, conversations, and environments that feed worry. Feed your mind with stories of success, words of faith, images of abundance. Just as you nourish your body with food, nourish your consciousness with material that builds certainty. When doubt is no longer constantly reinforced from outside, it loses its grip inside. You become a fortress of belief, radiating a frequency that repels contradiction and attracts support, and visualization is another powerful ally in replacing fear with certainty. When you imagine the best outcome with full sensory detail, you are training your nervous system to expect it. The more you see yourself succeeding, the less room there is for the picture of failure. Your subconscious cannot hold two conflicting images at once. Choose the one you want, saturate yourself with it, and it becomes dominant. As it becomes dominant, it expresses outwardly. You no longer have to push away fear. Fear dissolves naturally in the presence of a stronger vision. This is why athletes rehearse their performances in the mind, and why creators see their work complete before it begins. The unseen preparation is the true work. The visible outcome is the natural result. Gratitude accelerates this transformation. When you thank life in advance for what you desire, you place yourself in the vibration of having rather than wanting. Doubt lives in wanting. Certainty lives in having. Each time you say, "Thank you for this reality now," you affirm that it is already yours and dissolve the space where fear can live. Gratitude is a declaration of trust. Trust is the antidote to doubt. The more you thank, the more you trust, the more you trust, the less you fear, the less you fear, the faster your manifestation arrives. This is the rhythm of creation working through you. Breathwork and stillness also help to dissolve doubt, because fear lives in tension and mental noise. By breathing deeply, slowing your thoughts, and dropping into the present moment, you weaken the grip of imagined futures. In the present moment there is no fear, because there is no projection. In the present moment your power is absolute. This is why meditation, prayer, or quiet reflection amplify your manifestations. They clear the static so that your affirmations and visualizations land on receptive ground. Make space each day to connect with the calm center of your being. From this center you can speak your affirmations of certainty and feel their truth without interference. Your self-concept shapes your capacity for certainty. If you see yourself as small, powerless, or unlucky, doubt will always find a way in. If you see yourself as powerful, creative, and favored, certainty will feel natural. Therefore, work on elevating your self-image. Speak about yourself as you would about someone you admire. Claim your identity as a creator, a magnet for good, a channel of abundance. This identity becomes the lens through which you see life. Through that lens, fear becomes irrelevant because you know who you are. The stronger your self-concept, the stronger your creative word. The stronger your creative word, the faster your results. Commitment is another essential ingredient. Decide once and for all that your desired outcome is yours. Do not revisit the decision, do not second guess, do not pull back. Each time you revisit a decision, you invite doubt back in. Each time you stand firm, you drive the stake of certainty deeper into the ground. The universe mirrors your firmness. When you stop wavering, circumstances stop wavering. When you hold the image and the affirmation with steady hands, the picture solidifies and the manifestation hardens into form. This is how mountains move, doors open, and paths clear seemingly overnight. Finally, remember that eliminating doubt and replacing fear is an ongoing practice, not a single act. Each day you are planting seeds of thought. Each day you are either cultivating weeds of worry or blossoms of certainty. By consciously choosing affirmations of certainty, surrounding yourself with supportive influences, visualizing your success, acting from the end state, and maintaining gratitude, you are steadily transforming your inner landscape. As the inner shifts, the outer follows without strain. Doubt and fear lose their power because you are no longer feeding them. In their place rises a quiet, steady knowing that what you speak and envision is already on its way, already moving toward you, already shaping itself to match the blueprint you have supplied through your unwavering certainty. Guard your words carefully, because every statement you make plants a seed in the fertile soil of the unseen and grows into the conditions of your life. Words are not casual sounds, they are charged with creative power. Each word carries a vibration, a blueprint, and an instruction that the universe takes literally. When you speak, you announce your beliefs to the creative field, and the field echoes back, matching experiences. Speaking carelessly is like scattering seeds at random. You may find weeds of trouble sprouting where you least expect them. Speaking consciously is like planting a well-tended garden. You begin to see orderly rows of abundance, health, and harmony unfolding in your life. This is why it is essential to become a guardian of your tongue, watching what comes forth, and ensuring that only words aligned with your desires pass your lips. Begin by observing your everyday speech. Listen to the phrases you use automatically. Notice how often you use words of limitation, doubt, or fear. Common expressions like, "I'm broke," "I'm sick of this," "This is killing me," or "Nothing ever works," may seem harmless, but they carry the energy of command. Each time you say them, you reinforce a pattern. To guard your words is to interrupt these automatic statements and replace them with conscious affirmations. Instead of, "I'm broke," say, "Money flows to me constantly." Instead of, "This is killing me," say, "I handle everything with ease." This replacement gradually rewires your subconscious and changes your point of attraction. Another aspect of guarding your words is refraining from negative talk about others. When you criticize, gossip, or condemn, you lower your vibration and attract similar energy to yourself. Even though it seems you are speaking about someone else, the vibration you emit returns to your own experience. Speak blessings instead of curses. When you see someone succeed, affirm, "Good for them. Good for me." When you see someone struggling, affirm, "They are surrounded by solutions." This keeps your field clear and your words potent. The more you bless, the more you are blessed. This discipline refines your speech into a tool of pure creation rather than a weapon of self-sabotage. Your inner dialogue matters as much as your outer speech. The silent words you repeat to yourself shape your identity and your expectations. If you constantly say inside your mind, "I'm not enough," "I'm always unlucky," "This is too hard," your subconscious accepts these as commands and directs your actions and perceptions accordingly. Guarding your words means guarding your self-talk. Become your own encourager. Speak to yourself as you would to a beloved friend or a powerful creator. Replace, "I can't," with "I am learning." Replace, "This never works," with "Everything is aligning for me." Over time, your inner speech becomes a steady stream of encouragement and certainty, and your outer world reflects it. Tone and emotion amplify the power of your words. A word spoken in anger carries a different vibration than the same word spoken in love. When you must address challenges or express boundaries, do so with calm firmness rather than harshness. This keeps your vibration steady and your words effective. Before speaking about important matters, pause, breathe, and center yourself. Ask, "Is this word aligned with the reality I want to create?" If not, wait until you can speak from alignment. This pause alone can transform the quality of your communication and the outcomes it produces. Affirmations are a deliberate way to plant constructive words. Write a list of statements that match your desired reality and repeat them daily. Speak them aloud with conviction, feeling, and expectation. For example, I am surrounded by opportunities. I am healthy and whole. I am worthy of every good thing. Each repetition strengthens the seed. The more you affirm, the more your subconscious accepts, and the more your outer world conforms. Affirmations are not magic spells. They are tools to align your inner state with your spoken word, which then shapes the external. Guarding your words also involves the conversations you allow yourself to enter. If a discussion turns negative, complaining, or fear-based, step back or redirect it. Do not lend your energy to reinforcing what you do not wish to experience. You can acknowledge reality without empowering it. For instance, rather than saying, "The economy is terrible," you can say, "I thrive regardless of external conditions." This is not denial, it is direction. You are choosing the seed you plant rather than scattering weeds. Over time, this selective participation builds an energetic environment around you that supports your goals and dreams. Visualization combined with spoken words magnifies their effect. When you speak an affirmation or a desire, see it in your mind's eye as already real. This links the mental image with the spoken command, doubling its creative power. The universe receives both the picture and the word, forming a complete instruction. You become like an architect supplying blueprints and specifications to a builder. The more precise and consistent your instructions, the more accurately the builder can fulfill them. In the same way, life can bring your words into form with astonishing precision when you consistently pair them with clear visions. Silence is also a tool of guarding. Sometimes the most powerful word is the one unspoken. When you feel tempted to vent frustration or voice fear, pause and hold silence instead. In that pause, you can choose a better word or regain your alignment. You are under no obligation to give voice to every thought. By withholding speech until it aligns with your intention, you preserve your creative power and avoid planting seeds you do not wish to harvest. Over time, this discipline strengthens your authority, making every word you do speak more potent. Your body responds to your words as well. When you say, "I'm exhausted," your cells receive the instruction to feel drained. When you say, "I am full of energy," your cells respond with vitality. This is why speaking health affirmations can improve your well-being. Your body is listening to every statement you make about it. Speak to your body with gratitude and encouragement. Thank it for its strength. Affirm its resilience. As you do, your biology aligns with your belief and begins to express it physically. This same principle applies to your finances, your relationships, and your opportunities. Everything in your life responds to the vibration of your words. Consistency is key. A single positive statement can be overridden by a day of negative chatter. Likewise, a day of conscious speech can undo months of careless talk. Guarding your words is a daily practice, a lifestyle of conscious creation. Each time you choose a word of power over a word of limitation, you move closer to mastery. Each time you refrain from speaking doubt and instead affirm certainty, you strengthen your creative command. This consistent discipline creates momentum until your words naturally flow with precision, beauty, and authority. Gratitude can be woven into your speech as a protective and amplifying force. When you begin and end your statements with thankfulness, you seal them in a vibration of having. Gratitude transforms a request into a declaration. Instead of saying, "I hope for abundance," you say, "I am grateful for the abundance flowing to me now." This shift in phrasing accelerates manifestation and neutralizes doubt. The more you speak gratitude, the less room there is for complaint. The less you complain, the more your words are aligned with creation rather than destruction. This is the hidden power of thankfulness expressed through speech. Guarding your words does not mean avoiding honesty or suppressing emotion. It means expressing truth with intention and care. When you must address something difficult, frame your words to point toward solution rather than problem. When you speak of a challenge, immediately affirm the outcome you desire. This turns even necessary conversations about problems into vehicles of creation. Over time, you develop a reflex of speaking possibility rather than limitation. People around you feel uplifted by your words and respond in kind, creating an environment of mutual support and creative momentum. Finally, recognize that your words are not separate from the universe, but expressions of the same creative force. When you speak, you are acting as a channel for infinite intelligence, shaping substance with vibration. By guarding your words carefully, you respect this sacred power and use it consciously. You become a master gardener of your own reality, planting seeds of abundance, love, and success, and watching them grow into the harvest of your life. Express gratitude in advance to accelerate rapid manifestation. Because gratitude is the language of completion, the signal to the universe that what you desire already exists and is already yours. When you thank before you receive, you move from the vibration of wanting to the vibration of having, and the creative law responds by filling in the outer picture to match your inner state. Gratitude aligns you with abundance, because it focuses your attention on what is already present, magnifying it, and making it easier for more to flow. It dissolves resistance because you cannot hold fear and thankfulness at the same time. It lifts your mood, your energy, and your perception to a higher level where solutions and opportunities appear naturally. To express gratitude in advance is to act as if the unseen is already seen, the intangible already tangible, and this act of faith opens the door for rapid results. Begin your practice of advanced gratitude by identifying the desires you want to bring into form. Write them down or hold them clearly in your mind. Then, instead of saying, "I hope this happens," or "I want this to come," begin saying, "Thank you that this is now. Thank you that this is already mine. Thank you that this is fulfilled." Speak these words aloud. Write them in a journal, repeat them silently throughout the day. Each time you thank in advance, you are stamping the image of your fulfilled desire deeper into your subconscious, which in turn directs your vibration and actions to bring it about. The subconscious does not distinguish between gratitude for something you already have and gratitude for something you imagine having. It simply takes the feeling as a command and works to maintain it in your experience. The feeling behind your gratitude is the true power. Empty words have little effect, but heartfelt thanks radiates a frequency so strong that it can override years of doubt or delay. Allow yourself to feel as though the thing you desire has already happened. Let joy, relief, excitement, and appreciation flood your body. This is not pretending, it is activating the state of being that attracts your desire. The more fully you can embody the emotion of gratitude now, the faster the physical counterpart will appear. Think of it as tuning your inner receiver to the station where your manifestation is already playing. The stronger the signal, the clearer the reception. Combine your gratitude practice with visualization. As you see your desire fulfilled, thank the universe for it. Picture yourself using or enjoying the thing you want, then say, "Thank you." Picture the improved circumstance, then say, "Thank you." See the healed body, the thriving business, the loving relationship, the opportunity unfolding, and thank it as though you are living it right now. This sends a multi-layered instruction to the creative field. The image shows the pattern. The feeling of gratitude shows the state of ownership, and the words of thanks seal the vibration. Together they act as a magnetic command pulling your desire from the invisible to the visible. Advanced gratitude also shifts your identity. When you habitually thank for things not yet seen, you begin to see yourself as a person for whom good things happen easily, a person who is always supported, a person who lives in flow. This self-concept becomes your new baseline and attracts experiences that confirm it. Opportunities arise because you expect them, and you expect them because you are already thanking for them. Your subconscious organizes your perceptions and behaviors to match this expectation, making you more receptive, more intuitive, and more decisive. People sense your confidence and respond with trust, opening doors and offering support. You can practice advanced gratitude at set times or throughout the day. Morning is powerful because it sets the tone. Evening is powerful because it imprints your subconscious before sleep. In the morning you might say, "Thank you for the successful meetings I will have today. Thank you for the perfect solutions appearing today. Thank you for the unexpected blessings coming to me today. At night you might say, thank you for all the good that flowed today. Thank you for the outcomes unfolding even as I sleep. These statements load your consciousness with expectation and prime the field to deliver. Over time you create a momentum of thankfulness that runs continuously in the background of your mind, magnetizing results without conscious effort. Another dimension of advanced gratitude is acting as if. When you are grateful for something as though it already exists, you naturally begin to make choices consistent with having it. You walk differently, speak differently, plan differently. This shifts your behavior from waiting to embodying, which speeds up manifestation because your outer actions match your inner declaration. If you are thanking for a new level of abundance, you may find yourself treating money with more respect, investing in yourself, or taking inspired risks. If you are thanking for a new level of health, you may find yourself choosing nourishing foods, moving your body, or resting more deeply. These actions are not forced. They arise organically from the state of ownership created by your gratitude. Gratitude also clears the past and softens resistance. When you thank life for what has already happened, even the challenges, you neutralize resentment and regret, which frees your energy for creation. You cannot hold grievance and gratitude at the same time. By choosing gratitude, you release old emotional charges and open space for new experiences. This makes your forward-looking gratitude even more effective because it flows through a clean channel. Thanking the past, present, and future creates a continuous current of appreciation that sweeps away blockages and accelerates manifestation. It is helpful to make gratitude specific and sensory. Instead of a vague, thank you for abundance, imagine the exact scene, the exact feeling, the exact details, and thank for those. Thank for the smell of the new car, the texture of the banknote, the sound of the congratulatory message, the feeling of the healed body, the sight of the opportunity landing in your inbox. This specificity engages your imagination and makes the gratitude more convincing to your subconscious. The more convincing it is, the faster it draws the matching experience. It is like programming a navigation system with a clear destination instead of a vague direction. Silence and stillness can deepen your gratitude practice. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, and let waves of thankfulness wash over you without words. Feel the presence of your fulfilled desire as a living energy surrounding you. This silent gratitude can be even more potent than verbal thanks because it bypasses the mind and goes straight to the heart. From this heart-centered state, your vibration rises and your magnetism intensifies. You become a beacon for the experiences you are thanking for. Life begins to mirror your inner radiance with outer blessings. Advanced gratitude not only accelerates what you desire, but also reveals what you truly want. When you thank for something and feel a strong surge of joy, you know you are aligned with your authentic desire. When you thank for something and feel little or no energy, it may be a sign to refine or rethink that desire. In this way, gratitude acts as a compass, guiding you toward your deepest fulfillment. It keeps your focus on what feels expansive rather than what feels forced, which ensures that your manifestations are harmonious and sustainable. Finally, recognize that advanced gratitude places you in partnership with the infinite. You are acknowledging a power beyond your current senses, affirming its presence, and celebrating its generosity before it becomes visible. This act of trust is magnetic to miracles. It tells the universe you believe, you expect, and you are ready. As you practice thanking in advance day after day, you build a momentum of certainty that can overcome years of struggle. You become a living magnet for good, radiating appreciation so strongly that life cannot help but rush to meet you with the matching form of your already given thanks.